Hey, hey!
Olá!
In this video, we're going to be taking a look at and giving our review for Flowers. Flowers is the 1 to 4 player abstract tile placement game from Actarus Editions, published in 2024. Design is by Paul-Henri Argiot and art by Julie Gruet. It's a short game with a playtime around 20 minutes. The aim of the game is to group cards into colors while respecting their number limits, scoring points at the end of the game for any color groups larger than 5 tiles, and bonus points from special butterfly cards placed in the correct spots.
The tile cards get shuffled, with each player getting one random card which they place in front of them. For 2 to 4 player games, 3 similar sized stacks are made, and 2 of the stacks have the top card facing up. The solo mode just uses 2 stacks of around 40 tiles, with only one of the stack's top card being flipped. The provided guide card can be used to help measure out the size of the stacks based on the number of players. These form the draw piles, where, on their turn, players can choose to draw a card from the available stack.
The chosen card is placed in the player's grid and can be placed adjacent to or cover an existing card in the playing area. There are not too many rules when it comes to placing a tile, but scoring groups of tiles does depend on some placement restrictions, which you'll want to keep in mind to avoid losing points. The restrictions are based on the numbers displayed on the cards. A number 4 card can only be part of a group of exactly 4 with the same number. 3, a group of 3, 2, a group of 2, and a 1 must never touch any other 1. Play continues until there are no more cards left to draw. To score points in this game, you need to create fields in your playing area. A field is a group of 5 or more adjacent cards that share the same color, regardless of the value displayed on them. While it is allowed to place a tile that breaks this placement restriction, remember, every card that is not part of a valid group will lose 1 point at the end of the game. There are also bonus points available with the butterflies. Here, you'll gain 1 point for each butterfly that is adjacent to a card matching its color. The player with the most points wins, and if there is a tie, then the player with the fewest removed cards will win.
There's also a summer variant included in the game, where each player receives a starting purple card instead of a random number card. Here, the rules are the same as the normal game, with the only restriction being that you cannot cover the starting purple card. And, for a valid scoring of a field with at least 5 cards, it needs to be adjacent to the starting card. The solo mode can be played with or without the summer variant. This mode has a timer where you will choose from one stack, but will discard a face-up card from the other stack. And as I said before, flip the next card, which is the next top card for your next turn. The game will end when either of the 2 stacks is empty. Here you can compare a score to one of the 4 levels defined in the rulebook, from 10 points or less being beginner, or 25 points and more awarding master status.
The game seems simple enough to learn from the included rulebook, though we do wish the flow was a bit different, as we found it a bit confusing for the placement rules to only be mentioned in the scoring section of the book. It's an easy enough game to learn, we think, and after a few games you'll probably have a good grasp of the mechanics. Once it clicked for us, we found ourselves being more careful with the placement of the tiles, so as to try and score the most points when it comes to the end of the game.
The game comes with 1 rulebook, 108 cards, 4 starting cards for the summer variant, a scoring pad, and 2 template cards which are used to help prepare stack sizes. The box itself is nice and small, with a cardboard insert to keep things organized. The quality of the cards are okay, they serve their purpose, but we do think that they could have been a bit thicker. The art style through the game is abstract and pleasant, with illustrations of flower patterns making up the 4 card colors. Flowers can be enjoyed on Board Game Arena, which is where we actually first discovered the game and learned how to play. It was free for a while, but it's now part of the Board Game Arena premium membership, so it would require someone with that premium account to start a table. It plays really well on this website, and it's nice not to have the setup or the admin required compared to the physical version.
So, in conclusion, I think Flowers is a nice game. I like it well enough. I have about 20 games of this on Board Game Arena with you, and a few games with the physical copy. I'm not going to say I love it. It's a nice abstract puzzly game, and I enjoy playing it, but it's not necessarily a game I would think to reach for when I want this kind of game.
Okay, I like this game. While it was for free on BGA, I used to play it a lot, even with random people, and solo as well. So I experienced it with another person in solo mode, and I really like it. It's puzzly, it has numbers, and I love numbers. It has cute flowers. It's thinky enough.
Quite a good filler game, I think, in between larger games, because it's short. It's a short game to play.
Or play solo.
Or to play solo, yeah.
I like it a lot, solo.
You always have a bit of variance because you don't actually use all of the cards. I think there was a mistake we had initially because we thought all of the cards were being used. But then when we came around to playing the physical version and actually checking the rules again, we realized there's 108 cards, but you only play, like, if you're playing a 2-player game, you only have 3 stacks of 25-ish, and then your starting tiles. Yeah, and so we only have the French and German version of the game, but I'm sure you've noticed that from the B-roll. But that's fine because it's actually a language independent game. You just need to get hold of the rules in English. But they are providing the rules in English on the website. And I think it will be coming soon to English-speaking markets if it's not there already. We saw it available now for pre-order on Zatu, which is a web shop we frequent, and that's based in the UK. So yeah, I like the game enough. The quality is okay. It's not, and it's fun. The mechanic with the numbers is cool. You have to think about that. Like, you can only have 4 4s, 3 3s, 2 2s, and so on. And that makes it quite interesting and puzzly how to fit it all together.
I like it.
Shall we give our scores?
Yes.
Yeah? Drum roll. I'm going to give mine a 3 out of 5. It's the OK Beans territory. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. For me, it's okay. It's good. It's fun to play. I'll play it.
For me, it's cool beans. I really like it. I was thinking of giving 3.5, but no. To me, this is a 4.
Yeah,
because I played it a lot.
You did gravitate towards this one a lot. Like, it was you playing this.
Yeah.
And then we played together. You were already playing it.
Yeah.
I think you saw it as well, didn't you? On BGA when they had the free period. So
I used to play it a lot.
Yeah.
And I was the one that wanted the physical copies.
Yeah, no, it's a really good game. I really recommend it as well. Like, give it a try. If you have the option to, try it on Board Game Arena. Unfortunately, now it's gone premium, but only the premium account holder needs to start the game. A free member can join the game, the table.
Yeah, we have one membership, premium one.
Yeah.
But that's going to change soon because I'm actually the one that plays the most.
We need 2 memberships because we like to play on BGA quite often together.
Yeah.
But also you want to have access to the premium games.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been our review for Flowers. Thank you all so much for watching. We've been Board Game Beans. You've been you. Have a lovely day and happy gaming. Bye.
Bye.
And I think it will be coming soon.
Sorry.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What?
It took you so long. I thought you had.
It's